Alright, today I'm going to let Tommy show me how to play Kotobuki. This chart is in the 11s for the ECFA 2021 base pack. And this chart is a very important chart in my early tech development because coming from a stamina background, I really loved playing fast stuff, kind of like in the 200 to 220 range. But this chart really forced me to slow down. So normally when I play fast things, it's really nice because things are coming at me so quickly that I don't have to think about anything that's going on. Whereas with this chart being so slow, this is 140 BPM, it really forced me to focus on kind of my accuracy and then also stepping very intentionally and moving very intentionally. And I have a very strong belief that you cannot execute a pattern at a high speed if you can't do it at a slow one. And this chart was no exception for me. So when I was playing this, my crossover form got like super exposed because I noticed that when I do turns, I move through turns too fast. It's really easy to rush turns, and I'd get early excellence. Or another thing I noticed is that I'd hit a different part of the panel every time, or at worst, I'd like do a crossover and not even get far enough and hit the corner panel and just drop notes completely. And then other than that, so like just really inconsistent, and I had no control over my body as I was swinging whatsoever. And it just makes zero sense to me to try to get good at crossovers at say like 180 in interstellar travel if I can't even do good consistent turns at 140. So I think it's important to slow things down, and I think it's important to develop those fundamentals. The thing I've said before is you need to play things slow to learn how to play things fast, and you have to play things fast to get better at playing those things fast, if that makes sense. But anyways, I just wanted to watch Tommy because he executes these fundamentals in a way that I couldn't back when I was learning how to play charts like this. Usually I watch the video once through and then make comments after, but I think this time I'm just gonna pause and make comments on the way. So.
That was a while ago, so I don't remember if I did or not. If I did, then I must not have liked it.
What do you got, Tommy? There's a turn here already. And I love that he steps and does the crossover with a wide enough form to make sure that no other panels are getting misfired. There's an 8th note crossover here, but since it's just 8th notes, it's easy to just double step it. These 32nd note mouths is what I call them, but grace notes or flams. A little crushed, but not a big deal. Yeah, something I really love that Tommy's doing with this that I also didn't do is I was always so focused and like also from stamina background, right? Like I developed so much of my form around facing forward and keeping my form really tight and like pivoting around the heels to hit the side arrows and stuff like that, that I was always too afraid to commit my body to doing crossovers. Whereas Tommy is just like no fear, right? Every single one of these. And then when it comes to this turn where the lateral that forces him to kind of switch sides or switch the direction he's facing, he really commits his hips into doing this full turn. And I think everybody's crossover form is going to be different. I think some people might even double step this section because the song is so slow. But I think for a lot of people, committing more rotation into these kind of turns is going to be really good. Some easy crossovers here. Force double step. Something I'll say about these rolls is that you want to make sure that you're not just like hitting out a random rhythm. You want to make sure you're hitting these rolls. So this is on an upbeat. This roll is on an upbeat. So you want to make sure that you're tapping quarter notes through it. And I would say make sure that when you hit the second to last note of this roll, right? Like you don't actually have to hit the tail end of this roll. What you want to do is make sure that on the second to last note here, that you're planting your foot and then allowing your left foot to come up. Because, for example, if you play the end of this, if you play the release of this roll as a left-right jump, for example, it's going to be hard for your right foot to get to the up arrow right away. So just give your right foot some breathing room and time to make it to this note, rather than having to play this release and then basically double stepping. It's basically like a tail jump, but worse. Okay, I have a lot to say about this. It looks like Tommy double stepped that. Technically, this pattern starts crossed over. Technically, this starts with a left foot cross under. So your right foot would actually play the up arrow, but Tommy double steps it. Which I think is actually the right thing to do. And then what you would do is just double step the release. So if you did not do the crossover, these last two notes would just be left, left. And then this down arrow already starts on the correct foot, on the right foot. Otherwise, if you wanted to play the chart as intended, you could start this as a left arrow cross under, but you're going to be crossed under and doing like this weird motion for a long time. So I think, looking at this chart again, I think the better move is to just start this on your right foot and double step the end of it, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to do it intentionally. Then crossover here. And then these are, I guess, the Kotobukis, or the Talli Huas, or whatever. Just think of them in groups of 4 to determine what foot each one of those starts on. So in this section, it's going to be, if you think of them in groups of 3, right? There's going to be 4 groups that start on the left, and the next 4 groups start on the right. I think it's the other way around for the first group. I think the first group is 4 on the right, 4 on the left. So this section here, right, 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 left, 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 left. Always groups of 4. Other one starts on the left. Left, 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 right, 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 right. It's mostly important for these, it's more important for these groups of 3 that start on an up or down arrow, because if you start on the wrong foot, you're going to end up doing this last note crossed over. So remembering the groups of 4 was very important to me. Oh, even like these towers, I was not good at. 140. Towers like these, when you play stamina, you just want to zoom. You just want to go fast. And playing at 140 really, really tests my focus and my timing to make sure I'm really focusing on this left foot and lining up with these downbeats. Yep, double stepping that 8th note crossover again. I don't think anybody does it. Good job, more open on those grace notes. Whew, man, that's good. But yeah, Tommy has really, really good crossover timing. And he really committed his body to those turns.
What?
Casual 2-piece. Yeah. He did this back in August of last year.
What the fuck?
So.
Yo, I'm literally fucking twisted, bro.
Also, August of last year, I don't think we were even playing on 15 MS yet. So that's a 51 whites. I think that's 51 whites on 12.5 milliseconds. So that's all I have for Kotobuki. Let me know if this advice helps, and thank you, Tommy, for the VOD. This is a sick run. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.